pilots spend countless hours flying around the world. While in the sky, they'll often see things they can't always explain, like strange lights or unidentified crafts. But one pilot had the shock of his life while sitting in his plane parked firmly on the ground. In July 2017, Bangkok Airways Captain Varavit Vechachiva was situated in the cockpit at Hong Kong International Airport when he noticed something abnormal happening in the next gate and started filming.
Now, when you first see this video, it takes a minute to settle in because you see a walkway, you see people walking through it, and you assume, okay, well, when's it going to start? What's next? But when you notice there's no plane attached to that, these passengers are debarking from nothing.
The pilot posted his video of the ghostly passengers appearing to walk from nowhere, and it quickly went viral.
This is pretty strange. I've never seen so many ghosts like that in a group. It's pretty amazing. I mean, what is going on here?
I do believe that there can be crowds of ghosts and spirits. I think in this case, what you're seeing is the imprint of residual energy at the location. Just like with hotels and hospitals, an airport sees a large turnover of people. And what's going on individually with those people that come through can leave imprints regardless of the location.
I tried to see if I could pick out any personalities, to see if I could see any features clearer. And the one consistent thing about it was that they were very generic. And the reason for this might be, maybe that's not the spirit of Bob and Joe and Mary. That's just passenger number one, passenger number two. All the thousands of people that have passed through that gantry-way over the years have just left behind an energy that has coalesced into a generic traveler.
Maybe it was a flight that went down. Maybe they just never reached their destination. Maybe they just continually are getting off the plane that they never got off.
There was a plane that crashed in the Everglades, I believe in the 70s. And when they salvaged the plane, they actually reused the parts in other planes that were still in service. And from that day on, people claimed to see the spirit of the captain of that original flight on these new planes. And it turns out it's because these parts were reused, and people think that the entities somehow attached themselves to those spare parts.
As for the pilot, he says he isn't quite sure what he saw from the cockpit that day. But as he travels from airport to airport, it's likely not going to be the last time he witnesses something paranormal.
Pilots tend to be trustworthy. I hope that they're trustworthy anyway, because they have a lot of responsibility, and of course our lives are in their hands. So the fact that this was filmed by a pilot, I think it makes it more credible, because of course that's a very credible position.